It's 2 o'clock and it is time for F&I tips and news with Becky Chernek. Now, for those that are new to this channel, I have been providing the very best in finance and insurance training. Oh gosh, for franchise as well as independent dealers, recreational dealers throughout the USA and also in Canada. And actually provide, when I say finance and insurance training, I'm working with the entire team from the time that customer lands on the dealership website to, gosh, working with the BDC department, sales department, working with the desk, making sure that these deals are being properly desk and the deal structure is correct and right and ready for F&I, and really helping to align what's taking place from online to in dealership to make sure that it's the ultimate customer journey from online to in dealership to finalizing this transaction in the F&I office with either the F&I designated F&I manager, hybrid manager, and or a single point sales associate. So here we are today, and thank you again. For those that are watching YouTube, it's being broadcast on YouTube as well as Facebook. Please hopefully you like what I'm sharing with you. And if you wouldn't mind, please share. So before we get started, I have a great topic today. I want to talk about products on a menu. I mean, why should dealers not have a laundry list of products on a menu, and why that doesn't necessarily make it so a dealer is profitable by putting a laundry list of products? But before we get there, what I want to talk about, I want to make a special announcement. So I've been watching what's taking place in this ReFi business. Now, I'm telling you right now, ReFi in 2022 is big business. And dealers, if you're not paying attention, you need to be paying attention because it's happening. So I'm watching what's going on online, and I am seeing that there are there are a lot of online providers who are providing ReFi options to these customers. So, for example, we have Trezzy, we have Caribou, we have oh gosh, Trezzy, Caribou, and I said Caribou, and some others. And I'm going to tell you, they are taking the marketplace when it comes to refis. So now we've always used our credit unions. Credit unions have certainly refied those customers, and I got to tell you, they pretty much had the lion's share of refis, but not anymore. So I hope the dealers are paying attention to what's taking place here, because it's generally speaking, dealers aren't offering refis to their customers, and so that's going to put some dealers right in a bind, because let's think about this. There are many customers who perhaps purchased vehicles 2 years, well, in the past 2 years. And frankly, it's been a great 2 years for dealers, and congratulations for breaking those records. But I got to tell you, now may be the time to pay the piper on some of this, because customers are coming out of the ether. They are really trying to figure out, maybe I can refinance this, reduce my payment. We're on higher interest rates than what we'd like to be, and or we're on a tight budget, especially with this with the economy and what's happening there. Let's face it, things are tightening up, budgets are tightening up. So more and more customers are looking for ways to reduce these payments, and thus helping to take care of their budget. So the reason why I'm saying this is I am providing dealers with the opportunity to streamline this process. And so as we talk through the F&I tips today, what I also want to embrace is this refi opportunity. And I have some notes here, that I want to read from, because I want to make sure that I'm sharing this right, and that what we want to make sure is that the dealers have access to streamlining this refi process, keeping keeping you in control, but still making sure and assisting those customers in streamlining that refi option. So it is compliant, it's user friendly. We're utilizing smart technology that allows the customer to choose the lender options and terms that would be available without hard inquiries. And so the process really exchanges this broker-client relationship. It's completely confidential. No perfecting the title, paying off the liens. It's all part of this process. It's digital, it's fast, and the loans are closed within 24 to 48 hours. So I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but I'll also be discussing this in more details on a live webinar on Monday, August the 29th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, I will do my best to make sure that I post this link in this live today for us. So you definitely want to make sure that you check it out. But the whole idea is making sure that that we're taking control of this refi situation, because typically dealers don't refi, as you well know. A lot of times their hands are, or well, they're not able to do it because frankly it doesn't necessarily make sense, and they are in a situation where the customer either comes in and they have to buy the vehicle back, and of course on top of that they pay taxes and double tax, and so the customer is likely not going to go ahead and tax or do a double tax on their vehicle. So so it makes it quite difficult for a dealer to provide that refi. So what this is doing, it's streamlining that process and really creating a better way to automate and exchange that relationship between the customer and the broker. So I'll get more into that at the webinar on August 29th, and that's at 2 p.m. And I believe that's on Monday. Okay, so enough about that news on the refi. I really want to get into this menu and presenting these products on the menu. And it just kills me that, I go into dealerships and they have like a laundry list of products on their menus. And I'm like, why do you do that? I mean, you've got to know that if you're presenting this laundry list of products sooner or later, I mean, first of all, are F&I people really presenting 100% of the products 100% of the time on this laundry list of products? I don't think so. I think what's happening is they're picking and choosing what products that they want to present to the customer. They're not presenting 100% of the products 100% of the time. And I also had a poll just the other day, wondering whether or not F&I people are presenting 100% of the products all the time, or are they relying on Darwin DNA to choose some of the products that they present to the customer, or are they utilizing picking and choosing on their own, maybe based off of some information they gathered either during the interview or from the salesperson. So I feel like, if we're prejudging even before we get to that presentation, then we're not going to be as effective. And it is so important to make sure that we get the core products out to the customer 100% of the time. So I think I do have some comments here. I have Sandy Parks. Thanks for being here. I certainly appreciate it. Yeah, I have some others. Is it Witch. Hello. Okay. Dominico, I think I've got it right on these names. And we have a Facebook person here saying hello. I don't know exactly who you are, but I'm glad that you're here. And so I'm really talking about how many products should an F&I person have on a menu. And I got to tell you, the more products that you have or you put on the menu doesn't necessarily mean it's going to make you more profitable. In fact, I think it tears into your profits than make you more profitable. And I see these guys, I mean, they have, I'm telling you, 7, 9, 8 products on a menu and more. And I'm thinking you're really presenting 100% of those products to every single customer 100% of the time. I don't see it happening. I really don't. I think that they're picking and choosing what product that they're going to present to the customer, and that's it. And they're done with it. And I see many times it's their favorite product of choice, which is the service contract, and of course, maintenance. And perhaps because we obviously want to go ahead and present that maintenance and get the customer back in. But okay, it's Gap. Or, my favorite, it happens to be tire and wheel. But then again, some others like the idea behind paint and fabric protection. And so they have a tendency to pick and choose what they like the most, rather than making sure that those products are out there in front of that customer 100% of the time. Because products that I may like, the customer may not like. The products that maybe I don't like, the customer loves. So, again, by deciding that I'm going to pick and choose what product is going to benefit the customer, just may not necessarily be the best way to go, for sure. We want to keep the menu clean. It's got to be concise. You want to present features and benefits. And I'm telling you, the guys that are doing 15 to 20-minute menu presentations, are you kidding me? I mean, it's going to be a 5-minute to the point, features and benefits, knock it out of the park, get customers to have a better understanding of those products. What are those key products? And be concise about it. And what we don't want to do either is go into this major pitch about our products, right? And it needs to be, I'm not saying that you have to be non-conversational, but I do believe that you really do need to get concise with the products that you're offering to the customer. Be specific, features and benefits, and don't be long-winded. I would, if it were me, I of course always highly recommend interviewing that customer, getting out, and having a better understanding of of the value of the products that I'm presenting to my customer, and how it would benefit the customer by taking advantage of these products. Am I right? Yeah. I got to tell you, that's my thinking. Keep it concise. Keep the menu simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't put too many, like I said, products on the menu. Don't mix and match and put different products and different options. The flow has to be really consistent. The more products that you put on the menu, it reminds me of the Cheesecake Factory. Are you familiar with the Cheesecake Factory? I love that. I love their food. But I'm telling you right now, that menu confuses me. There's too much on the menu with Cheesecake Factory. I love it. But every time I go there, I'm like, what am I going? It actually almost confuses me. So I say the same thing with menu presentation. We want to keep it short, concise, to the point, keep it simple. And you know what? Here's the thing. When I have the products on that menu, I want to present the menu 100% of the time, all the products all the time. Now, I get it. It does make sense that if in the event the customer doesn't qualify for the Gap product, we don't present the Gap product. But for the rest of the products, why not? We're going to present 100% of the time. I tell dealers, what we need to do is take a moment, take a real hard look at the products and the value that they bring to your customer, and make sure they're right for you. And whatever you do, Keep it short, sweet, to the point. Present that menu 100% of the time, all the time. Hopefully you check out my ReFi webinar. And when I have, I'm telling you, I really believe I have the right process to streamline, automate this refi process and really help dealers to stay in control. The last thing we want are these excessive chargebacks. And I'm telling you, it's coming. And the only way that I know how to help a dealer to stay in control is by streamlining this, keeping it in-house, helping dealer to or that consumer to exchange that relationship with a broker where everything is digitalized. Customer can obtain lender options, make it easy, and finalize that new loan within a 24 to 48 hour time period. I'm telling you, we're going to kick some butt on that one. So you need to make sure that you stay tuned, that you take it, that you attend my webinar come August 29th. That's Monday at 2 p.m. So here we are. It's 15 minutes out. I want to thank you so much for attending I think this is my third F&I tips and news with Becky Chernek. Thank you. And you make it a great day.